Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Randomizers podcast. I am DJ, and of course, I am joined by my co-host John, aka Mr. Cake Dragon Man. And today, Cake, would you mind introducing our special guest for this special episode? John. Hello.
Oh no, John's dead.
No!
John's dead. Oh god.
No! Oh crap! This is the beginning of the episode. How can this happen? Well, until John comes back from the grave, I shall introduce our our special guest. Wait. Oh, he came back from the dead. Hello? John?
You can't say anything though, he's a zombie.
Oh, God, no. It's funny how right when I start the recording it happens.
You're right?
Okay, well, I don't know if, like, John will come back. He's typing.
He said BRB.
Just start.
Just start!
Okay, well, today our special guest today is none other than KaiserNeko. Hello. Say,
Hi, how are you? You good? You having a good day? The weekend was over. It's Tuesday. It's one of those, it's those days where you're not exactly in the middle of the week. And sucks, honestly. I hate Tuesdays. Because Tuesday, at least when you're at Wednesday, it's like I am in the middle of this shit. But when you're on Tuesday, like, it's barely started. It's barely started.
Right? Especially, like, when you just know ahead of time during the weekend that the beginning of the week is just gonna start off so at first, where you just don't want to.
When it's Monday, you're like, well, I guess I'm working, and then Tuesday is like, I've already had one day of work, and I have to do 4 more of these. Fuck.
I gotta fight it out. I gotta fight all the bad shit.
Yep. Well, unfortunately, it seems like Jonathan's just gonna keep on dying over and over. This is like ReZero, only just with Discord. Jesus.
Right? It's just an infinite loop of death. I honestly don't know why.
That's life.
Yeah.
There he is.
It's me, everybody. It's me, everybody. It's Cake. It's everyone's favorite boy.
What happened? Did you die?
So I literally had to restart Discord really quick and I literally turned it off and turned it back on, and now we're good now.
Oh, okay.
So hey, everybody, it's me, Cake.
Yes.
I don't know if you introduced Kaiser already.
Yeah, yes, I did, and I was also gonna say that we may have another one of our friends / co-hosts of this podcast showing up just a little bit later into the stream. But yes, Cake, do you want to start off with anything?
Oh yes, KaiserNeko, aka the best voice for Trunks ever, has been in our hearts and in our childhoods for a very, very long time. I remember Dragon Ball Abridged series back in episode 1 when Vegeta was there, when everybody was all good and dandy, and it was just a small group of a few friends. And now, TeamFourStar has turned into this big, gigantic corporation.
Yeah, a gigantic
big group of good boys and girls.
Yeah, of approximately 12 to 15 people, depending on who you count as employees.
Oh, that's epic. And here he is, co-founder and CEO, Scott, a.k.a. KaiserNeko. I can't pronounce that last name because
Frerix. Nobody can. By the way, I appreciate the best Trunks ever line, and I would be happy if you never ever, like some kind of asshole, tweet that to Eric Vale, because I've had that happen a couple times, and I'm mad about it.
John, you done goofed.
Especially like, here's the thing, like, I'm friends with Vale. Like, he and I actually talk occasionally. So when anyone ever messages him, man, like, he'll include it. It's like, I love your voice for Trunks, but man, KaiserNeko's the best. And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah, it's the
like
worst.
Literally
it's the
going.
Worst.
That's like literally going to someone that plays as Sin Cara, and that's like comparing Sin Caras in wrestling. But I remember that no one else likes wrestling except me.
Nope, nobody in the world. You're the only mark. You're the only mark. The loneliest mark.
The only mark. The loneliest mark in the YouTube community.
Don't worry, Kaiser. You don't have to worry about me doing any of that. I rarely ever use Twitter.
By the way, I'm gonna hijack
Stings.
this because I know you guys are gonna ask me how did TeamFourStar form, and I'm just gonna tell you this. We were all doing a bridge series because Little Creepo was doing a bridge series, and then we started talking on YouTube because we're like, hey, you make a good YouTube series. I'm like, hey, you make a cool YouTube series. You want to talk? Yeah, sure. You want to make a YouTube series together? Yeah, let's make Dragon Ball. And then it happened. And hi.
Oh my god. Well, that ends it there.
I have told that.
All right,
story.
guys. Good night. That was literally the episode, and we are just going to tune out.
I mean, I've been asked that question so many times at this point. Like, it's like I don't even. I just. We were making a bridge series.
Oh, you're like prepared at this point.
Yeah. Little Creepo was making Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, and I made a loop on the third bridge. Then Lanny Pator, who voices Vegeta and Piccolo, and Mr. Popo and Krillin, he was making Yu Yu Hakusho Abridged, and fucking Takahata 101, who voices Nappa, Guru, Cell, he was fucking making a G Gundam Abridged, and I was like, you know what? You guys make a cool show. I make a cool show. Taka was like, hey, if you could choose anything besides Lupin, it's Dragon Ball. 100% Dragon Ball, nothing else. And he's like, well, why didn't you make Dragon Ball? I'm like, I don't have the actors. Well, why don't you ask Lanny? And I'm like, because he's Lanny Pator and I'm Scott Frericks. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that? And he's like, well, you should do it. And I'm like, all right, well, fine. I'll try. I asked Lanny, and Lanny's like, all right, I'll do it on 2 conditions. I'm a writer, and I play Vegeta. And bam, that's how TeamFourStar was formed.
Damn.
It's pretty, the thing is, same thing that whenever I do a certain thing, whenever I edit a video for somebody or whatever, I'm always like, I have to have full control.
I love how Discord decided to cut him off when he said that.
Oh no, he's gone.
He's dead again.
Are you kidding me?
No, you're back.
Yes.
Okay, I was about to say I was just physically abusing my poor blue microphone.
Well, like this is what happens on Cake's side. It like his internet is so whack that if someone else is just using the Wi-Fi for some reason when he's on Discord, he could just sound glitchy as all hell. That's why there was like a whole episode of him just like nonstop glitching while I was just making my own commentary and was still trying to talk to him.
All right, so I made
no.
Oh, go ahead.
Did for that episode is I specifically made sure, because I wanted to test it, I specifically made sure their phones and everything. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do the podcast normal, and Joker's here.
Hey,
oh no,
I'll call you guys. Hold on, I'll call you guys back. I gotta take a leak.
Okay. I should message him saying that he has like a very bad echo. It's like he wanted to be in this, and it's like.
You know what? I think the only option here is that I'm the only one who can talk throughout this entire thing. So, first question, my favorite movie.
Yes.
Scott Pilgrim. It's not the best movie I've ever seen, but it's really my favorite. Like, it's the one that I've seen the most. Favorite song? I don't have a favorite song. Who has a favorite song? That is such a weird thing to have. What? You have the one song that you always come back to? That's bullshit. Get some more taste. Let's see. Favorite color? Electric blue. That's my personal favorite color.
Does that mean you're a big fan of Mountain Dew Blue Voltage?
I don't have diabetes, so no.
Ah.
That's my favorite drink. Like, no joke. I'm a mess.
Actually, I haven't had
legitimately my favorite drink.
I haven't had Mountain Dew in over 5 years.
Damn.
Well, the thing was, I just don't drink a lot of soda. The only soda I consistently drink is I really like ginger beer. Now when it comes to like beer though, oh no. I drink too much beer. I need to cut back on the beer. It's actually worse for you than fucking soda, but I love it.
Thank you. God damn it. Because like, all right. So my brothers are doing the no carb diet, right?
Oh no.
Any carbs whatsoever.
No,
They're having meats. I tell them, you are killing yourselves. Please stop. But then my brother's like, bro, I can actually fit into my shirts. There's no goddamn way I'm stopping this diet. No carb diet. And then they forced me to have like to drink like seltzer water, which I'm sorry is just fucking caca in my opinion. and my best to listen. I've had so many attempts to drink this goddamn seltzer water, but I can't. All right, I don't know if I'm just a child for the rest of my life. But it's just every time I have any sort of seltzer water, I projectile vomit.
I don't mean to derail you or anything. I just want to take a moment here to point out that you said the word caca. I haven't heard that word in over 15 years, and that's cool. It's good to know that there's still people out there who say caca. So
I'm sorry, what the fuck are we talking about?
Talking
No,
about seltzer
we're
water.
talking about diabetes
this is-
and the easiest way to get it.
Oh. Okay.
So what was that? Mountain Dew Blue? Yeah.
Or like
At
high
blue voltage.
high voltage, or I thought it was high voltage for some reason.
No, it is high voltage. It was blue
Wait,
because
Mountain Dew high voltage? Oh, dude, that's terrible for you. I'm actually about to go get myself a slushy there right now.
this is our other guest, everybody.
Yeah,
Our
well, this is our
RDJKR.
yes.
Guest is kind of pushing it, don't you think?
I mean, look, you haven't been in a podcast in like 20 years, so I make sure that you're
Oh,
still
wow.
a part of the randomizers crew.
Okay, well, that's great.
What's it? No, crazy thing. Have you guys ever heard of the story of the man who had like part of his throat just like partially dissolved because he drank too much Mountain Dew?
Oh, that's cool.
What?
Massive oof.
It was either like
As a voice actor, I cannot drink Mountain Dew. Good to know.
Well,
Jeez,
for a second, I thought you were like gonna take this as some kind of weird Mongolian throat singing shit.
Oh.
Which
Oh
reminds
my
me, okay,
God.
I have a question for you, Mr. Kaiser.
Oh shit!
All right, I want
This
to
is
know.
the first
who
time
came
a
up with
question
the-
has been asked this whole time. By the way.
basically you were
Yeah,
answering our
pretty
questions.
I want to know. I want to know who was the genius that came up with the line. If someone who knows sign language loses an arm, is that considered a speech impediment or an accident?
That was me.
Oh my
That was you? I fucking love you. Okay.
Funny story. Alex was at my house yesterday. We were recording some other stuff, and he asked me that because he didn't know if he was gonna come on the podcast or not. And I'm just like, I'm really curious to see what he's gonna say, and now we know.
No, now my question. My second question, because me and my fiance have highly debated over this. What do you think it is?
No.
Oh gosh.
Oh, it is actually a speech impediment.
Okay, thank you, Jesus Christ, thank you.
The reason I know that is because somebody who speaks sign language said, yes, if you only have one arm, that's technically a speech impediment because you cannot speak as well. Now, there is one-handed sign language. They actually have something for that. But yeah, it's considered a speech impediment if you had to pick between the two of them.
Okay, because my fiance says it's not anything. She just says you just lost an arm, and I say no, you're full of shit. I think if you lose an arm, it isn't speech impediment. However, if you lose something like a pinky or like part of your arm, it's an accident at that point. It's kind of like the whole squiggly line on top of an N in Spanish.
Haha.
Hmm.
All right.
Oh, let me start my question.
Yeah. Well, now we know.
But now the question is, if you're of Latin descent, can your sign language have an accent?
I am absolutely sure there is a. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry, that's the radio. I'm absolutely sure they have some kind of accent for Spanish-speaking and other languages, you dumb asshole.
Okay, yeah, there it is. Every time he's in the podcast, he has to insult me.
Oh, I believe in prejudice equality. Everyone gets shit. You know this.
And you have you have a little bit of an echo, Alex.
You have an echo.
Bitch.
Hold on. Give me a second. Put my headphones on. I'm gonna drive.
Is someone else with you in the car?
Yes, I just
Or is
got
it
out of work.
just-
Normally, people drive home when you get out of work.
This is the first podcast where someone literally is driving, I think. I could be
I'm
wrong.
99% sure
And
it's
this
not.
could have... Well, thanks for ruining to actually making history in this podcast, Kaiser.
Hey, you're making
Oh,
history.
wait, hold on. Is Kaiser's career gonna end because he's on the podcast, or is that just a garbage
true.
podcast thing?
That was your guys' podcast thing.
Let's not ever mention garbage. The Let's Ruin a YouTuber's Career podcast, where every time you have a guest, their career just ends. That's the thing. Every time, me and Red Joker used to have a podcast with two other very good boys, Blaine and Trey. Well, her name's Ashley now because Trey went through transformation and all that.
Oh,
anyway,
congratulations
to them. Anyway, every time we had a guest on the podcast, they either went on a hiatus or they just fell off from the internet. So Kaiser,
most famously Shima Luan from Planet Dolan.
that was our most famous guest, and then immediately she just got like axed or like Thanos out of existence. But don't worry, Kaiser. This isn't the Garbage Podcast, so you are completely fine.
No, fantastic.
It's my podcast. Good thing that I don't have that curse on mine. Thank God.
I like to blame
every
Kate for this.
Every time we've had a guest actually on this podcast, they've grown exponentially. So
That is a lie, and
Kaiser,
you know it.
you expect that. Salty DK Dan, Veronica, fucking Jake Neutron, Die, 200,000 subscribers.
I've been a guest on this podcast a couple of times. You don't see me fucking filthy rich.
Yeah,
you're,
well,
like,
that sounds like a
part of the
personal
Randomizers.
problem.
Well, I am gonna get a promotion.
Alright. By the way, so
Hey,
I don't
yes.
know. I actually do not know how much time I have, which I don't mean to be a dick about it. But if we did want to ask any more questions, I'd love to answer. Which is, I guess, my stupid way of saying, let's make this more about me.
Yes.
Of course.
That was my one and only question, and I very much appreciate that you answered it.
And I very much
have a few
appreciate that you asked.
Oh, I do have a question for you, actually.
Oh?
Oh.
All right, this is okay. How do you prepare your spaghetti?
That's a really
No.
dumb question.
Alex,
Let's
I'm gonna
see.
punch you in the face.
Okay,
Actually,
because
I
like,
prefer al dente, so...
well, I mean, yeah, no shit, but like, well, what I was trying to go with this is like, there are some people who put the sauce and the noodles in the pot together and serve it together, and then there's the intellectuals who put the noodles and the sauce separate, and then when they serve it, it's noodles and then the sauce on top, and then whatever else.
What charlatan serves it together?
Thank you.
Grandmother.
Jesus fucking Christ, thank you. Also, Joseph.
Oh, actually, me.
Oh, cool.
I've been doing that for.
Oh, well, no
I'm
wonder
sorry,
you're
boys.
troglodyte.
Look, I'm not going to call you a subclass of human being or anything, but I'm not calling you that.
That's fine. I'm. Okay, so this is the third guest that's insulted me. I'm so glad that we kept this thing rolling. First it was Dan, then it was Veronica, now it's you. It's great. Perfect.
Good. I'm glad.
This is gonna be a tradition. You know how the official podcast asks every guest how they masturbate? This is going to be our tradition, insulting you.
Jesus Christ. Okay, from now on, every single insult that we've gotten,
Take a
Silver.
By the way, I'd like to answer that
every single
question as
time
well,
someone-
just by saying that anybody who uses lotion is a coward and their bloodline is weak.
Hello.
Yes.
Wait,
Yes.
hold on.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So, next question.
What? Next question.
I actually wanted to get a little technical up.
Ah, shit. Is this
Kaiser.
about editing?
Oh.
Yes, this is about editing. What do you think?
Say it again.
What was that?
Because
You think about Sony Vegas?
You know what? I don't think anything about Sony Vegas personally because I've never actually used it. I know a lot of people swear by it, and I'm not gonna shit talk the program. But I've been using Premiere for so long that at this point I don't know if I could use anything else. So I guess that's my way of saying that since I don't use it, it's total garbage, and if you use it, then get good.
and that's,
Ouch.
and that's like
I'm literally an editing whore, and I use Sony Vegas my
and that's
And we
when and that's when like I break the fourth wall of the podcast and I just like get a camera shot view of me editing this podcast on Sony Vegas, looking at the camera.
By the way, Joseph, Mr. Kaiser, me and Joseph have a thing. So whenever I say penis on any video,
Oh
he
god
has to
damn
put
it, no.
the whip sound from Johnny Test.
No.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say right now, penis,
No.
and then again, penis.
Wait,
No.
hold on. Wait, if it's just you who says penis?
Yes.
Yes, but I'll give you the P pass.
Penis!
All
All right,
when
thank
Kai-
you.
all right,
I
and
needed
when
that.
Kaiser
That
says it
made me
has
feel
to be-
good.
So I gotta
When
make
Kaiser says penis fat, he praise
timestamp?
Jesus.
Look, I'm the one with the most experience with it here, so I feel like I should get to.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you're the guest.
He
Guests
definitely-
automatically get the P pass.
Cool.
Peak pass.
Oh my god.
that's-
And the rule also extends
so
to
that-
anything that's related to penis. So Dick, Richard, sausage, things like that also count.
Richard?
You guys, stop! You're gonna give Joseph too much to edit.
Just show like a picture of me like face planting in front of my computer, like I'm half dead.
It's okay, Joseph. I'll bring you half a bottle of vodka.
That won't help. You know I don't
The other
like the taste of it.
Go.
Nobody likes the
Okay.
taste of vodka. They just put it into their bodies because it makes them feel good.
Which is exactly why we did Drunk Minecraft.
Oh yeah.
Oh, drunk Minecraft. That was actually your guys' best video. I'm not gonna lie. You've had more talent when you're drunk.
Hey, I have more talent when I'm drunk.
Oh, speaking of having more talent, so I have a drunk story.
Oh boy.
Oh,
So
boy,
one
here
time,
we
me
go.
and my coworkers went to a bar, and we got absolutely fucking plastered. So it was one dude.
Great.
Now that I think about it, was probably trying to hit on me because he kept hugging me, and it was kind of weird. But this one dude invites me and my friends to go play darts in the bar. So he pays for the game and everything. And I was so fucking plastered that for some way, I kept getting bullseyes after bullseyes after bullseyes.
That's
But
actually
like it
great.
was, if you guys ever played darts, like you can't just keep getting bullseyes. There's like you gotta like count down the points and all that, and like continuously getting bullseyes just it's not gonna help you win. So I ended up losing because I just kept getting bullseyes, and like I tried to not get a bullseye, and then I still end up getting like somehow I'm so drunk I get a bullseye still.
Wow. And
Damn.
was that just the end of it?
That's actually
Well, yeah. I mean, other than that, the guy like was like, "Oh, bro," puts his arm around me. I'm so drunk at this point. I'm like, "Yeah, oh, friendship." Hell yeah.
you, man. Oh man, you were so good out there, man. Oh man, hug me, man. Kaiser, do you have any drunk stories while we're at it then?
Oh, drunk stories. Oh man. You know what? Unfortunately, I don't have any really cool drunk stories. I wish that I did. For the most part, when I get drunk, it's usually just out with some friends. You know what? No, I'm pretty sure that there's one way in the back of my head, but nothing that comes off the top.
I mean, if it ever comes to you, just let us know.
Yeah, because most of the stupid things I do, it's sober.
Then you have any sober stories? Which is pretty much stories in general.
So one time, a convention of ours not a convention, a panel of ours at Phoenix Comic Con got canceled. So we had to do the what happened was there was a fire in one of the convention halls. So they basically had to evacuate everyone. Our panel got canceled. So everyone's waiting around outside, waiting for them to be like let back in. Our panel gets canceled. So we just found some fucking like construction, like not construction equipment, but they were doing a bunch of construction nearby. We all like stood up on a fucking what do you call it? Divider, like this huge, like a fucking concrete divider, and we did the panel outside with a bunch of people and live streamed it.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Nice.
That's amazing.
There's a fire
my
going
story.
on.
Oh, actually,
so, there's a fire.
actually, here's a story I love to tell. Okay, this is ConnectiCon up in Connecticut, and we're guests with a bunch of heavy hitters like George Takei, Jim Cummings, 4 of the original fucking Power Rangers, and we're like, we decided that we want to go to a local restaurant that we hit up every year we go to ConnectiCon. I think it was Tony Montana. It was something. So we're sitting down, we're eating food, and I'm talking about the fact that me and my straight friends, we call each other some pretty nasty words because we're friends. And
Yeah.
I'm like, and I'm like, yeah, you know, with my straight friends, they call me faggot, and I'll call them a breeder because you know we know that we love each other, and it's just a
Breeder.
way of, yeah, breeder. That's the straight word. That's the derogatory term for straight people. You people can have babies.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
gross.
I'm gonna
apparently.
use that now.
What's up, my
Yeah.
breeders?
Joke's on you.
I'm,
What's up, my
I'm,
breeder?
I'm changing your name from Wallet Warrior to Breeder.
Good, very good.
Actually, no, it's
Uh,
gonna be Filthy Half Breed, and then yeah, no,
Yeah.
yours is gonna be Filthy Half Breed.
I'm gonna say that to my friend Eddie, who he started recording some game stuff with me not recently, and I just barely noticed that he always like keeps telling me stuff like it's like don't be a fucking homosexual. So I'm just gonna like keep telling him that now.
You now have ammo. Thanks, KaiserNeko.
I now have
But, oh wait,
ammo.
hold on. Do we have to pay KaiserNeko every single time we use the word breeder? A dog.
Alright, alright.
Actually, no. You have to actually pay the king of homosexuals, and you know, I don't know how easy it is to get a hold of.
Is it Matt
Elton John
Damon?
nowadays?
Oh, okay.
No. But speaking of the kings of homosexuals and the dukes of homosexuals, so I'm at the table saying, yeah, I call my straight friends breeder, and they call me faggot. And then my friends make a face at me across the table. They're like, "Oh
Uh-oh.
God," and I'm like, "What?" And they like hold on, just and they don't say anything for a second, and then they lean over and say, "George Takei was walking behind you when you said that."
Hello.
And apparently the face he made was hilarious. So my one of my stories is I said faggot in front of George Takei.
Oh my god.
Yep.
I have a pretty funny story too, but it involves about the first time I ever met Cake, and I don't think he wants me to tell that story.
Well, actually, not in literal childhood. Alex, I will fucking go to El Paso and kill you myself. Twitter, do not ban me. That is a joke, but god damn it, don't. No. Guys, no. No.
Alright, so what happened was, no, I'm just kidding.
It's making me really uncomfortable. Now I'm more curious. We'll
Oh
talk later.
no, go do it.
We'll talk later, of course.
Yeah, we'll talk later. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, but I do have a question actually. I'm sure you get bombarded with questions about, you know, abridged and all that.
I thought it was gonna be the size of my dick, which you know, it's all right.
I mean, if you want to go ahead and tell me, we can compare sizes.
Very humble.
No. When I compare sizes with a guy, it's like I have to hold them next to each other because I'm not just gonna throw out a number. It's you know, it's gotta be.
Of course. Like it's the most accurate way.
It's gotta be bridge to bridge, man.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Someone agrees with
Tips
me.
has to touch. Tips have to touch in order for the.
Oh no, it's a
for
little
the
gay.
sizing.
But you were asking?
Okay, so I'm sure you get bombarded with questions about abridged like all the time. So I'm not gonna ask you anything about abridged. I just want to know, like, on average, how many times do you get asked about abridged?
Well, since I have a Twitter, pretty often.
Pretty often, right?
Oh,
I mean, a couple times a day.
Yeah, but like, how many people are okay? And here's the reason I'm even bringing it up. I have a video myself. I don't want you to watch it under any circumstance. I really don't want you to watch it.
Oh no, I'm definitely sending Kaiser the. I know exactly what.
No,
video
fuck
he's
you! Don't
talking
send
about.
it, you bitch.
I mean, I don't know why you'd bring it up at that point.
Okay, I'm just gonna make it private. The point here is, I'm curious as to see if you are willing to give a sneak peek on the first interaction between Gohan and Videl. If you guys have that planned out yet. If you have anything you can share with that.
I don't have anything for Gohan and I mean I have some stuff for Gohan and Videl. One of our
We definitely have to send him the video.
Yeah, one of our earliest ideas of it actually came down to Gohan wants to be a Superman type hero. Videl secretly wants to be the Rorschach Batman type hero. And that's kind of like, and she doesn't want to cop to the fact that she definitely also reads comic books. and Gohan is a comic book fiend. So that's gonna be like one of the running jokes that we have is that he loves reading like superhero comics, and she's like, comics are dumb, but she keeps saying shit like my city. So
That's
Or to
cute.
protect the city.
My city needs me.
My
what are you
city.
doing in my city?
No, it's because
I have to get back to
this
mine.
was okay. Mind you, I was like just out of high school and I was still being an edgy teenager. I made a video. It's on my YouTube channel, which I'm very ashamed about every video on my YouTube channel. Like very, very ashamed. I leave them up because my self confidence doesn't allow me to take them down. But it's basically like them meeting for the first time, and Videl, she does that move where she like jumps on like Gohan's face to try and like flip him over.
Oh yeah, pussy
But-
game too strong.
Yeah, but like as soon as she does that, the song "Pussy Monster" comes on, and all you hear is "How you ate the pussy," and then it gets really fucking cringe.
That's that.
No.
Yeah, that checks. That scans.
Yeah, that's. I'm definitely gonna
then-
send that to Kaiser when this is over.
So then after that, Gohan, he Videl, and he. Like, of course, he teleports behind Videl, grabs her by the arms and all that to try and stop her. And then, like, it's R. Kelly's, and which by this point, R. Kelly is just a bad taste and joke after everything that's come out. But it's basically my mind is telling me no, but my body's telling me yes. And at the very last frame, it looks like Gohan's bending down Videl.
That's
And the thing about that is
that
that
is the
very last
sound-
frame. That very last frame was an accident. It wasn't meant to be that.
Oh my goodness.
As the sound of KaiserNeko regretting joining this podcast.
Oh no, that was the first word. Don't worry about it.
So, and the thing about that video that surprises me the most, out of everything, is that it has over 1 million views. I don't know why.
Damn.
I really don't know why, but it has over 1 million views. And every day I regret it.
I love how you're just like also like on the down low but not too much, just like fucking flexing.
Weird
I mean,
flex,
that's just
but okay.
that's just a weird flex, but okay. That's just who I am. I flex about everything. I even flex about my debt.
This is who I am in crippling debt. This is who I am.
Oh my god.
I'm
Kono
Joe,
Dioda.
I might have to jet soon. Sorry.
It's all good. Like whether they be like long or short episodes of the podcast, it is fun just having guests and see the reactions to all the random shit that my friends say.
Nah, I
I
mean,
think
it's,
Kaiser.
Oh, yes.
I mean,
It's
I could
been
be
very
work,
fun.
I,
It's always
I
good
could
to
be
have
working
new
on-
guests on it.
Oh no, absolutely. I mean, I could be working on the next Sky episode, but instead I'm here fucking around with you guys. So.
That is very true. Penis.
I feel honored. God damn it, Alex.
I think I do actually have a few questions regarding voice acting stuff.
You
I
got
was
one.
Video editing stuff.
I do that.
I get one. Oh yeah, and you fucking ask him like 20 billion other questions. Regarding voice acting, how in God's green earth did you guys end up getting to like do voice acting job at Funimation? Like,
we made a big name for ourselves on YouTube. We started meeting some of the Funimation actors. They got us in touch with the actual casting guys over at Funimation, and they started using us. That really all there was to it. Like,
That
Well,
was my
I
one
guess.
Always
I
the-
guess if we're, I don't know. Well, actually, no, I'm not even gonna ask that. Never mind. Just kidding. I'm driving.
Frank.
It's like rewind.
focus on the road, man. Focus on the road.
Frank.
Focus on the road.
Road that is ahead, and
Oh,
hopefully glory will
Well,
be there.
actually, like there was a question I was gonna ask that, like technically, like it's still in the voice acting like
Go ahead.
area, but like just as like a mere question that I would like probably ask everyone who does it, but like what's the most difficult voice that you could still pull off?
Okay, let's see. A lot of my higher voices are relatively easy. anything around here? You know, I can do this for a while because this is Trunks basically.
When I go a little bit higher, this is gonna be a little bit difficult to keep going for a while because it's really nasally.
You know, and you'd think this one would be hard, but this one's actually really easy because he's just adding some gruffness and talking about it. Yeah, you know, this is Corin and stuff like that. Really difficult ones are down here, like Yajirobe.
Oh, dude, I bet this gonna hurt.
You know, surprisingly enough, Yajirobe. Yeah, you know, surprisingly enough, Yajirobe is my favorite character. It's just the interaction between him and Corin is just the best. Especially like at the end of one of the episodes, like, yeah, what happened to the pussy wagon?
What happened to the pussy wagon? We got blown up, okay?
You're mad at me. No, I'm not.
I want to point out that entire conversation was written by me on the fly because we didn't have an eye catch, and I was like, "Fuck, I need something for an eye catch." And I was like, "Wait a second, Korn and Yajirobe, we don't have anything to tie up their story like that whole back and forth that we had." So I was like, "That's it, I'll have that." Korn and Yajirobe, funny enough, are my favorite characters to play in the entire show because it's just me talking to myself as the healthiest couple in the entire show.
Dude, that is just like some freaking Seth MacFarlane level there. That is like amazing though.
Oh, that's actually a huge compliment.
Did somebody
also-
say Seth MacFarlane?
I also really enjoyed the joke. So what? Like basically like Trunks asking Bulma, so like what they have in common, him and Vegeta. And it's like you have his gender.
Yep. Yeah, that was a Lanu joke. You have his gender.
You have his gender.
Even though like it may be losing points for me, but I'm a part of that wide variety of that just thinks my favorite is Guru.
Oh yeah, nah, Guru's like, if you had to choose who one of my favorite characters from the show was, Guru's pretty high up there.
Yeah, I will never just like get out of my head just Nail, stop making out with your boyfriend.
I think one of the things. I think one of the things I really like.
No, go ahead.
Like about Dragon Ball Abridged is know how to mix comedy with like actual serious stuff that's going on in the series, making your own canon sometimes, and also going with the actual canon with Dragon. I really have to say, where did you learn your writing ability? Where did you gain that from?
Writing Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Like, legitimately, if you
Okay.
take a look at season 1 and then season 2 and season 3, you can see us evolving our writing style and our ability to handle this material as time went on. And what happened was it forced us to get better because we couldn't just make the same goddamn joke every time. We had to figure out, okay, we can't do that again. Now we've got to do something else. It's why we started getting a little more serious because we realized if we just keep making the same jokes and with the same concepts, it's going to get stale. And we also realized that the longer it went on, if we didn't give them some semblance of actual character development and some kind of through line, it was gonna just get boring. So yeah, as time went on, we started like working the serious stuff in there as well. And yeah, man, I'll tell you what, post Cell has been very weird for us because we've had to take a step back from the serious stuff because it's like now we're in like Kai 3 and BoJack.
Oh, man.
True.
I'm wondering
Yeah.
though, are you guys? And I know this is probably like talk about it, but is Kai happening? Are you guys? I mean, not Kai. I'm sorry. Are you guys gonna do Super, or is it just gonna be Dragon Ball Z and that's it?
We will like the only thing from Super you'll ever get out of us is shorts. We've done a couple already, and we'll probably do some again. But you'll never get an actual Super abridged, and I can say that. Period. There's no room for maybe. No.
Well, good to know then.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and,
that's
the reason,
perfectly
and
fine.
the reason is
Totally
twofold.
fine.
Yeah, one, we do not want to deal with the copyright. That's a whole other nightmare. But
Oh.
two, and this one's more important. Super doesn't matter to us. It's cool. We enjoy it.
Super
while
doesn't
it's
matter. Period.
out. But well, the thing is, it is not the show that we grew up with. We made Super Dragon Ball
No,
Z
definitely.
Abridged because we grew up with the show. We had an investment in the show. It's only as good as it is because we loved it. If it like, and if we were to make something for Super, we honestly would spend most of our time trying to fucking fix it, and that's not what I want to do.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes total
All right.
sense, dude.
My fiance did want me to tell you something. We were playing Pokemon the trading card game the other day, and me and her. Well, she was about to beat me, so I was getting all nervous, and she said the one thing I never thought I would ever hear her say, and it was a very obscure reference. Well, not very obscure, but like it's a reference from early Dragon Ball Z Abridged. It was basically I was just like thinking to myself, and she was like, "Hey, do you gotta move?" I'm like, "No, I don't think I'm safe from anything right now." She's no, I was like, "I don't know, I don't have anything. I don't know what to do." And she's like, "Well, I know what you're not safe."
ah, man.
Save.
I was like, "Ouch."
Very good.
Oh my god.
And she won that game too, didn't she?
No, I beat her, but I mean, the point here is like she nearly got me.
Well, here's a actual question that you like. It's like a generic question that surprisingly you haven't answered, which I think we've asked like almost all of our guests. God, my damn speech impediment. What is your
Did
favorite,
you lose an arm?
like, what is your
What was that?
favorite?
Jesus fucking Christ, Alec. Silver speak.
Okay, hold on. What was it?
What is your favorite cartoon that you grew up with?
Oh, favorite cartoon I grew up with. Okay, that's gonna be a little bit tougher for me because that's man. Again, that's like picking your favorite song, man. What
Right.
do you do? I mean, let's say okay. So let's not say anime because it's gonna be Dragon Ball. Definitely
Yes.
Dragon
Oh
Ball.
yeah.
Because that's my favorite, even if it's not the best. Favorite cartoon. Oh man, that's so tough because I grew up with a lot of different shows. I was a cartoon fiend when I was a kid. Batman the Animated Series was way up there. Before it switched over to the Korean studios, because it got a little weird after that. It's hard for me to say. I'm not exactly sure. I'm gonna go with that for now, but I also maintain the right to change it in a later, before this is over.
Oh yeah.
Of course, and you also maintain the P card even after the podcast. So if you tweet at him, he'll be forced to put into at least one of his videos.
Yay!
No, Alex. Alex.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm currently at Walmart right now, so I'm gonna mute myself for pretty much the rest of the time.
Okay, Alex.
We're about to finish anyway.
That is honestly the first time that we have had Alex join the podcast while he's just out doing groceries.
Hey man, I gotta see my doggos, all right?
All right.
Not only that, this is the nicest that Alex has ever been to, period. Which
Fuck
is pretty
you.
funny.
Unfortunately, well, this has been great, you guys. You're a lot of fun.
Yes.
I do got to wrap. So, thank you guys for bringing me on. Once again, you guys were you guys were a ton of fun. This was nice. I've got to get back to work. So.
Yes, you were a very good guest. Thank you.
No, thank you. I'm glad I could be a fun guest too.
Yes.
Thank you for answering my dumb questions.
And
No, absolutely.
also, like real quick, since I just got a message of it, before you leave, just quickly saying my boyfriend says hi and he loves your work.
Aw, thank you.
All right, well, thank
Well,
you so much,
with that-
Kaiser. It was a blast having you. And
Absolutely.
yeah, and is there anything you want to plug in before you head off?
Add me on MySpace.
Actually, if anybody I actually been making some stupid Smash music videos lately, and I'm really enjoying them. So if you want to check out my Twitter, I made some cool Smash videos. Go check them out.
All right. So yeah, that
All right, cool.
that about ends this episode of the Randomizers podcast. Again, thank you, Kaiser, and don't forget to check out all the stuff that we will link of him, especially his Twitter. And yeah, we'll see you all in the next episode. Bye, everybody.
Later, folks.
Later, guys.
Bye.
Penis. Bye.